Jujutsu Kaisen recently confirmed the return of Todo, and fans are really excited to see how he will impact the big battle against the King of Curses, Ryomen Sukuna. By now, it's clear to everyone reading that JJK is nearing its end. This means Todo being one of the final characters gives him a very important role. However, Todo played another key role in this story arc that fans didn't know about at the time. It's now been revealed that Todo, with his amazing curse technique, helped kill Kenjaku, another main villain of the series. Kenjaku was the one who started the culling game in the first place. This new information shows just how crucial Todo is in the story's climax. Anyways, before we begin, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss any daily uploads. Now, let's begin. In Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 259, Sukuna unleashed his divine flame, intending to destroy everything within his domain. He believed his attack was powerful enough to kill everyone inside. However, things didn't go as planned. Choso sacrificed himself to protect his brother, Yuji. He created a barrier of blood around Yuji and maintained it from the outside, ultimately leading to his own death but saving Yuji. Meanwhile, others within the domain seemed to disappear. Yuji thought they had been vaporized, but a mysterious figure soon appeared, revealing that they were safe. This figure turned out to be Todo, who made a dramatic entrance with the words, "The sound of Gion Shouja bells echoes the impermanence of all things. The color of Sela flowers reveals the truth that the prosperous must decline. However, we are the exception." Todo returned just in time and used his boogie woogie technique to swap all the sorcerers outside the domain. At the end of the chapter, Todo started revealing his new prosthetic arm and joined the fight against Sukuna alongside Yuji. Additionally, there was more information about how Todo joined the battle and what he was doing before the Shinjuku showdown began. But we won't talk about that now. We'll talk about it later in the video. In Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 259, it becomes clear that Todo always planned to join the culling game. The first clue is his presence in Gasho Lake Colony, as stated by the narrator. Todo was with Yuta, and somehow Yuta helped him work around his cursed technique. It's not clear how Yuta did this, but it suggests that Todo tested his technique with Yuta during their mission to defeat Kenjaku. Knowing that Todo was in Gasho Lake Colony confirms he was part of the culling game. This indicates that Todo intended to help the sorcerers eventually. He stayed hidden because he didn't want Yuji to know he was there. If Yuji knew, he might accidentally reveal this to Sukuna, who had shared a body with him. Todo explained this in Chapter 259 to keep his presence a secret. Todo worked from the shadows, making sure Yuji had no idea he was around. Todo's decision to remain unseen was strategic. He knew the risks of being discovered and took precautions to avoid them. Todo ensured that his appearance in the battle would be a surprise, giving the sorcerers an edge against Sukuna and other enemies. Most importantly, Todo played a significant role in the battle against Kenjaku. After Kenjaku finished his fight with Takaba, Yuta suddenly appeared behind him and swiftly beheaded him. Kenjaku was perplexed by how Yuta managed to approach him unnoticed, despite Yuta's immense cursed energy. Kenjaku speculated that Takaba's actions distracted him, but there's more to the story. If you examine the sound effects surrounding Yuta in the panel where he attacks Kenjaku, you'll notice they're the same as those used for Todo's boogie woogie. In Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 259, it's revealed that Todo honed his technique in Gasho Lake Colony with Yuta's help. This explains how Yuta sneakily approached Kenjaku, appearing behind him and swiftly executing him. Todo has boogie woogie, now has a much greater range, allowing him to teleport Yuta into position to deliver the fatal blow effortlessly. It's also possible that after Kenjaku's demise, Todo used boogie woogie to transport Yuta to the main battlefield in Shinjuku. This could explain how Yuta covered a significant distance in a short time. Now that it's clear Todo played a big part in the fight against Kenjaku, fans can already appreciate his major contribution. Even though his curse technique isn't the strongest, the way he uses it is incredible, making him a valuable asset for the sorcerers. Fans should also remember that Todo will be a huge help in the battle against Sukuna. Let's discuss why Nobara's potential return is still a possibility in Jujutsu Kaisen. Nobara has fought in many battles in Jujutsu Kaisen from the very start of the series. Fans aren't surprised by this since the story focuses heavily on combat. Jujutsu Kaisen is more battle-centered than many other shonen series, which can be both a good and bad thing. Nobara had many chances to show her skills early on and did so impressively. Alongside Yuji and Fushiguro, she was growing stronger with each new arc. However, things took an unexpected turn for Nobara during the Shibuya Incident arc. Her fate shocked many fans because she was such a key character. In this arc, the creators showed how unpredictable the series could be, killing off characters left and right, including Nobara. As the battle between Yuji and Mahito heated up, Nobara joined in. At that moment, Mahito had split himself into two. Unfortunately, Nobara got caught in the crossfire. Mahito's plan was to use Nobara's death to break Yuji's spirit and soul. While one part of Mahito fought Yuji, the other half was up against Nobara. This version of Mahito couldn't use idol transfiguration, which put him at a disadvantage because Nobara's techniques directly targeted the soul. Her resonance ability made her a perfect counter to Mahito. Sensing the danger she posed, the half-fighting Nobara ran toward the half-battling Yuji and swapped places. Nobara, unaware of the switch, continued her pursuit and was caught off guard by idol transfiguration. With just one touch, Mahito severely injured Nobara, destroying the left side of her face and leaving her for dead. This moment was shocking for Yuji and left fans in disbelief. There was even a brief flashback of Nobara, which seemed to confirm her death. However, despite this traumatic injury, there remains a glimmer of hope for her character. First and foremost, it's crucial to note that Nobara's death was never definitively confirmed in the series. While she did sustain a severe injury, her exact fate remains uncertain. There's a lingering possibility that she survived, primarily because her death was never explicitly confirmed. When Nobara was struck by Anita's technique, there was a glimmer of hope that she could be saved with prompt medical treatment. However, Yuji later learned from Fushiguro that Nobara didn't make it. Yet Fushiguro's words didn't explicitly state Nobara's death. Rather, they left room for ambiguity. No character definitively declared Nobara deceased. While the implication strongly suggests Nobara's demise, author could be intentionally leaving her fate open-ended, possibly setting the stage for a dramatic return later in the story. This speculation is heightened by recent developments in the series. In Chapter 259, Todo returned to the battlefield. His situation contrasts with Nobara's in that fans knew he survived the Shibuya incident. Todo previously mentioned losing the ability to use his boogie-woogie technique, but in Chapter 260, he demonstrated its return, feeling its power once again. This indicates that things aren't always as they seem in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, leaving room for surprises. Essentially, this does set up Nobara's return in the story as well. If Todo, who also faced a deadly attack, could survive, then there's hope that Nobara might have too. Her injuries were severe and survival seemed unlikely, but if she somehow pulled through, she could have been honing her abilities since then. Fans can't deny the chance that Nobara might still be alive. Her return would be timely, especially in the battle against Sukuna. Nobara has a unique ability to directly harm the souls of her enemies. Similar to Yuji's punches that affect souls, this ability made her a feared opponent, especially by foes like Mahito. If Todo can make it to this crucial battle, there's no reason why Nobara couldn't join as well, unless the author decides otherwise. However, bringing Nobara back raises questions about her character development. Missing over half of the series could make her return seem rushed and poorly written, despite the excitement it would generate. While Nobara's comeback would undoubtedly be thrilling, it's important to consider how it would impact her character's integrity and growth. This aspect shouldn't be overlooked in the excitement of her potential return to the story. Anyway, please tell me your thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe to my channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss any daily uploads.